My name's Ryan. I've just completed my third year of my occupational therapy degree at the Australian Catholic University. Recently, myself and Hannah here completed our Semester 1 placement at the Institute for Urban Indigenous Health. On this placement, Hannah and I did a lot of collaborating, and we had to implement a lot of strategies in place to ensure that we were getting the most out of the placement, implementing effective time management strategies, planning and prioritising tasks, preparing for supervision, reflecting with each other as well as our supervisors throughout.
I think a really key part of the placement that really made it run smoothly between the two of us was that we were often reflecting things back with one another and let each other know what we should have done better, or what we could have, what we still needed to do, or what we could achieve for the next coming week. And we had supervision sessions too with both external supervisors, often in the afternoons. So that was a really good chance for us to reflect on what we'd covered in the week, and that's really embedded into us in the university course as well, that you've got to reflect in, not just in practice when you're doing it, but afterwards as well, which is really important. So particularly for some of the meetings that we did, we'd often reflect on how we went in the meetings, whether we got enough information, whether we'd need to contact them again to get more information, which was really important. And particularly when we delivered the project as well, it was good to reflect in person there when we were presenting with them on, you know, our clinical reasoning skills of what we'd done and why we thought it was necessary, and exactly what recommendations we were making and why they were supported by the evidence behind them was really important. But I think being able to reflect together was really helpful. Another really key thing on top of having the time management, the supervision sessions that we did, the university provides a set sort of document that you can go through, and it provided a bit of structure to the supervision sessions, so that I think Ryan and I then understood exactly what things we should be reflecting on, as well as how to reflect on them, because I suppose one thing that you walk in, you're not exactly sure exactly what you're going to reflect on in a role emerging placement. But in the supervision sessions, it was good to draw up that contract beforehand, and then there were goals that we identified as well, which we would work collaboratively, and that we could then tangibly see throughout the weeks the progression of whether we were achieving the goals, whether we needed to revise them. There are a couple of goals that we've made that were a little bit too big, so they were scaled down and revised, and other goals were extended because as the placement got on, we were achieving them already, which was good. But it was nice to have the structure of exactly what goals you needed to reach, as well as just having that time for reflection as well was really good, and sort of a bit of structure about what to talk about. We already had written down sort of the things that we thought we'd done well for the week, the things that we could improve on, the things that we wanted to do more of, which would then open the conversation with our own clinical supervisors of what we wanted to get out of that side, as well as the project side of the placement. We could sort of then have those conversations around with the external supervisor from ACU that we could then broach to our own supervisors, and we'd ask her how we should go about saying, I'd like a little bit more of this, or can I try a bit of that for today? That was a really good opportunity to have that.
One of the important aspects of supervision is receiving feedback, and for me, I personally like to receive as much feedback as I possibly can. I go in with the attitude of placements that I'm here to learn and develop my skills. I'm in no way an expert in anything, so I prefer that, you know, and I say to my supervisors, you know, go in and be brutal, rip and tear, and give it back, because I'm not going to take it personally. At the end of the day, I'm learning from them. So if I'm not doing a very good job, I prefer to know that and know where and how I can improve my skills. So I think feedback is one of the most important parts of placement, and not taking it personally, and grasp all the feedback you can get, and adjust the way you practice based on that feedback, because that's how you're going to improve. And I found by doing that, you know, you do learn the skills, and you start to master them.
I think if I had to give advice to students, if it was their first placement or it was their first long placement, like we had, it was our first long 5-week block placement, I think you have to just give everything a go, and you have to not be afraid to go in with any opportunity that your supervisors or anybody provides you. There's no point saying no to an opportunity, because it's a chance for you to experience something that you haven't experienced before, and it gives you a lot of different opportunities that if you said no, wouldn't be open to you. My best advice is not to be afraid to ask for extra opportunities or to take up any opportunities that your supervisors throw at you. I think that's the best thing you can do.